ladies and gentlemen. We live in a world where connections and relationships are often seen as the ultimate source of happiness. We're constantly told that finding the one forming lasting bonds or having a family are the paths to fulfillment. But what if I told you that living alone could be just as, if not more, powerful? The power of emotional independence. Emotional independence is a gift we rarely recognize for what it truly is: liberation. It's the ability to stand strong in our emotions, to process our feelings without relying on external validation or support, and to embrace our full self-strengths, flaws and all. Living alone amplifies this power in profound ways because it removes the safety nets we often unconsciously lean on in relationships. Let me paint a picture. When you live alone, there's no one to comfort you during a bad day, no one to cheer you up when life throws a curveball. At first, this might feel overwhelming, even scary. We are conditioned to believe that someone else, whether it's a partner, family member, or friend, should step in and help us carry our burdens. But living alone teaches us a critical lesson: you are your own best support system. When you experience a moment of sadness, frustration, or doubt while living alone, the freedom of uninterrupted time. Time is one of our most precious resources, yet it's so often divided, negotiated, or sacrificed in the context of relationships. When you live alone, you gain uninterrupted time, a gift that allows you to fully immerse yourself in your life, passions, and goals without compromise or external demands. This freedom isn't just about having control over your schedule, it's about reclaiming the power to live intentionally and authentically. Let's start with the obvious. When you live alone, you don't have to share your time. There's no juggling of calendars, no debate over whose priorities take precedence, and no guilt over wanting to spend the day doing absolutely nothing. You are the sole architect of your hours, your days, and your weeks. This freedom allows you to tailor your time to your needs and desires, creating a rhythm that suits you perfectly. Imagine waking up on a Saturday morning and having the entire day stretch out before you like a blank canvas. Maybe you feel like lounging in bed with a cup of coffee and a good book. Or perhaps you want to dive into a creative project that has been calling your name. Maybe you've been craving adventure, a spontaneous hike, or a drive to an unfamiliar town. Living alone means you don't have to justify these choices to anyone. You don't have to consider someone else's plans, preferences, or energy levels. You are free to follow your intuition, hour by hour. But the beauty of uninterrupted time goes deeper than simple freedom of choice. It gives you the rare opportunity to truly connect with yourself. In relationships, it's easy to lose yourself in the constant give and take of companionship. While sharing your life with someone else can be rewarding, it often means compromising on what you really want or need. Living alone eliminates this dynamic and creates the space to listen to your inner voice. This uninterrupted time also creates a fertile ground for growth and exploration. When you live alone, there are no distractions from your personal goals. You can dedicate your evenings to learning a new skill, pursuing a side hustle, or deepening your knowledge in an area that excites you. If you've ever said, "I wish I had more time to do that," living alone turns that wish into reality. Suddenly, the hours you used to spend on shared activities or relationship maintenance are yours to invest in your dreams and ambitions. Another incredible aspect of uninterrupted time is the ability to rest and recharge the space for self-discovery. Living alone creates a unique opportunity to embark on a profound journey of self-discovery. In the solitude of your own space, away from the noise of external influences, you gain the clarity and freedom to explore who you truly are, what you value, what brings you joy, and what it means to live authentically. This space is not just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual, a sanctuary where self-awareness can flourish. When you live alone, you're no longer defined by the roles you play in relationships. You're not a partner, a roommate, or someone's other half. You are simply you. And in this state, free from external expectations, you have the chance to strip away layers of societal conditioning and ask, Who am I when I'm not performing for others? It's a question that leads to remarkable discoveries about your passions, boundaries, and dreams. The physical space of living alone also contributes to this process. You can decorate your home however you choose, filling it with items and aesthetics that resonate with your personal tastes. Your environment becomes a reflection of your identity, not a compromise between your preferences and someone else's. This ability to curate a space that feels uniquely yours fosters a sense of ownership over your life and encourages introspection. Self-discovery also comes from the simple act of spending time alone. In solitude, you have the chance to confront your thoughts and emotions without distraction. You may notice patterns in your thinking, uncover past wounds that need healing, or recognize desires you've suppressed for too long. These moments of introspection can be challenging, but they're also deeply rewarding. They teach you to sit with yourself, to process your feelings, and to understand what truly matters to you. Living alone also allows you to experiment with your identity in ways that might the absence of drama. One of the most underrated benefits of living alone is the profound peace that comes from the absence of drama. Relationships, while often rewarding, can sometimes bring emotional turbulence, misunderstandings, unmet expectations, conflicts, and the inevitable push and pull of different personalities and needs. Living alone removes these dynamics, creating a sanctuary of calm and stability that can be life-changing. When you live alone, your emotional environment is entirely within your control. There are no arguments over whose turn it is to clean the dishes, no debates over finances, no hurt feelings over forgotten anniversaries, and no tension from unspoken resentments. Without the complexities that come with sharing your life with another person, you gain a level of emotional clarity and balance that is hard to achieve in a shared space. This doesn't mean living alone eliminates challenges altogether. Life will still have its ups and downs, but the difference is that you're navigating those challenges without the added layer of interpersonal conflict. If you have a bad day at work, you can decompress in silence without needing to explain yourself to anyone or worry about your mood affecting someone else. If you make a mistake, you can process it on your own terms, free from judgment or unsolicited advice. The absence of drama also means freedom from the emotional labor that relationships often require. Emotional labor, the effort of managing not just your own feelings, but also someone else's, can be exhausting. In relationships, this might look like soothing a partner after a disagreement, constantly considering their needs, or navigating emotional baggage that doesn't belong to you. Living alone allows you to redirect that energy toward yourself. Instead of pouring your time and emotional resources into resolving conflicts or meeting someone else's expectations, you can focus on your own healing, growth, and joy. Moreover, living alone eliminates the drama of misaligned expectations. Relationships often come with unspoken agreements about how love and care should be expressed. When these expectations aren't met, conflict arises. But when you live alone, the only expectations you need to meet are your own. You can set boundaries that make sense to you without having to negotiate or explain them. This creates a sense of emotional safety and empowerment that is hard to achieve in shared living arrangements. Perhaps one of the most liberating aspects of living alone is the opportunity to cultivate a drama-free environment that reflects your values and priorities. You decide the energy, the joy of autonomy. At the heart of living alone is one of life's most empowering experiences, autonomy. Autonomy is the freedom to make choices that align with your own desires, values, and priorities without the need to seek approval or accommodate someone else's preferences. It's the ability to live life fully on your own terms, and it brings with it a profound sense of joy and empowerment. When you live alone, your decisions are entirely your own. From the small, daily choices, what to eat for dinner, what time to wake up, whether to leave the dishes in the sink for later, to the big, life-altering ones like where to live, how to spend your money, and what goals to pursue, autonomy means you're in control. This freedom is not just practical, it's deeply emotional. It reinforces the idea that your life is yours to shape, and that realization is both liberating and deeply fulfilling. One of the greatest joys of autonomy is the ability to design a lifestyle that reflects your individuality. You can organize your home however you like, create routines that suit your natural rhythm, and prioritize the activities that bring you happiness. Want to binge watch a favorite show all weekend without feeling guilty? Go for it. Prefer working late into the night and sleeping in? That's your call. Living alone means there's closing of the speech, why living alone beats any relationship. In closing, living alone is not about choosing solitude over connection or independence over companionship. It's about reclaiming your power to live life authentically, unapologetically, and fully on your own terms. It's about finding joy in your own company, strength in your independence, and peace in a life free of unnecessary compromises. Living alone teaches us that we don't need someone else to complete us. We are already whole. It's in this wholeness that we discover our greatest potential, our deepest happiness, and our most authentic selves. So whether you're living alone now or simply contemplating it, remember this: the relationship you have with yourself is the foundation for everything else in life. Build it, nurture it, and cherish it, because it is the one relationship that will always remain. Thank you.